se metía entre las piedras de chipiones del faro. Y cuando entro en el restaurante me ve el cocinero con una paellera y a ver solamente paellera. ¡Asómate! ¡Asómate! ¡Mira dónde llega la...
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the latest in the string of episodes in the All About Aviation show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your trusted internet pilot tonight. And we have heat again in my house, just in case anybody was wondering. The heat went out the other day when I did that no heat stream. I think that was on New Year's Eve. Yeah, miraculously, when I woke up the next morning, I was off of work. I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. Came downstairs and I was like, man, it's like 50 degrees in my house, man. At least let me try to put the heat on. And sure enough, I put the heat on. It's been on since, and it has been cold as hell in the Baltimore area. So we're flying the Avanti P180 from Flight Effects. It is a wonderful airplane. We flew it a couple of times when we first got it. I actually saw a video last night with the Avanti in it, taken off from, I forget what airport. It was a video, probably my history actually. Let me go look at my YouTube history real quick. I had my history up because I'm want to play a video of the evilest grandpa ever. But yeah, what let me see here. Hotel. Worst chef, first call, beloved YouTuber exposed. Thinking about salads, the most accurate E145 ever. Maybe it was farther in, oh, here we go. High level meeting of Gulfstream's Falcons and other jets at Samden Airport. Okay, hang on, let me pull this up here. Let me share my screen. Okay, so I don't know if you guys are going to hear it or not, which is no big deal. That's not why I'm playing this, but yeah, here's, I believe this is like an Avanti right in the beginning. So yeah, St. Moritz, Switzerland. There's here we go. There's an Avanti right there, man. I've never actually seen one in a video before. This is a cool video, man. It's like 14 minutes long. Maybe we'll check it out at some point. But I did want to show you that, you know, this is a real flight. This flight we're doing, you know, I told you guys I try to only do flights that are real flights. You know, I just find it more interesting personally to you know, try to recreate something that's already been done. That way I know, like, to me it's more exciting, I guess, when I know that they are actual routes that are being flown. I don't know. That's how I am. I've always been like that with these simulators. But yeah, we can see, you know, Sofia Airport, Athens International. This was on Saturday the 20th. So we have a very similar route. This one looks like it lands on runway. Oh, what's the opposite of 27? It's 200. It's 70. So I guess runway 9. I guess runway 9. Or 09 or 9, I don't know what the fuck, runway 9, but I think that's the opposite of 27 there. Hey, what's up, Scalebait? But yeah, so our route has us going into runway 27, but that may change. So, and this one did cruise at 31,000, which I think is where we're going to be cruising as well. So let's go ahead. I haven't flown this airplane in a long time. I have been in it a little bit here and there over the last, hour or so, just kind of getting stuff set up with chase plane and, making sure all that works. They do put your tail number on the back here. Like, I don't really remember why I have that tail number in there. Let me just put it in the one I normally do. The tail number for the plane in real life I couldn't get. The website I use to track that kind of stuff and find that kind of stuff, it wouldn't go back that far. I believe this is called Aviation Start. I believe that's what I have it listed as. But anyways, let me turn on the sound to the game. And let's just type in Sofia. This is a cool airplane. I do have the Say Intentions checklist set up, but I don't think I'm going to use them tonight. It's nice, but like, I don't know. Do I need to be like that level of realistic? You know what I mean? Like, we all know this is a simulator. I guess if I was maybe making this channel to be super realistic with everything, but what do I know about realistic? I'm not a real pilot. Like, I just know a lot about airplanes and stuff, and have been simulating for many years. But at the end of the day, I'm not like I did the Zero to Hero bundle, which we still have to finish that, by the way. Maybe we'll work on that tomorrow. But I have an F-28 flight planned because there was a new update on that, and then I want to redo the that flight in the Q400 tomorrow too. All right, first of all, let me get Eco Soundscape set up. Let's turn everything off except for airport sounds. Okay, so that's okay. Except for that flange. That flange gets me every time. All right, weather. Let's do live weather. This is low essentials. Dope ass tool. If you had it on 2020, it's like I think it's, if I remember, it's a free upgrade or something like that. It's a pretty good thing here, man. You can operate, lights, batteries, comms, transponder, cameras, and shit like that. I got that, and then I also have Chase Plane, which is now available on the simulator as well now. In 2024, we now have Chase Plane available. It's an experimental build, but it's still available. Okay. So first thing, let me get our tablet up, and I just want to pull the flight plan in real quick. Let's see here, folder, flight plan from the PC, downloads. Okay, so that's good enough for now. I have LBSF. Aircraft. Checklist. To LBSF. It's cool that they do the weather too. All right, we need to get this screen changed. Let's just change it to airport here. That way it'll stop flashing. I like that it has the weather here. That's pretty cool. Okay, so settings here. Our noise reduction off. Engines are good. We'll do luggage. Let's get the GPU connected. Cold and dark. We'll do clutter. We're gonna do pizza. I haven't had pizza in months. Oh my god, am I hungry? Am I hungry for some pizza, man? I haven't had pizza in such a long time. Not with that diet I'm on. All right, so let's go ahead and switches. Let's remove the steering. Switches all look like they're off. Battery switch. Check the fuel. Oh, I haven't set the fuel yet. I probably should have done that. Hang on, let me turn the battery off first. I don't recall. I don't think I set the fuel in this thing. I think I have to set it in like our main tablet. Yep. Okay. So let's set it up. Let me get briefing panel up. Payload. Right, let's go back to here. Flight performance. Gas and balance. Fuel. Change this to pounds. We have kilograms and meters. Okay. So liters, it's roughly 1,000 liters. Alright, so that's okay. Total mass, takeoff weight is 5233. Cargo is 159. So we can leave that. And then we have takeoff weight 52. Alright, yeah, that's fine. We'll just put a little more cargo in here. So we equal our takeoff weight, which was 52.33. Alright, so that's good. Let's load that in the aircraft. Load the fuel in the aircraft. Let's load seats. Yeah, so that should all be set up now. What's our 31,000 is going to be our top speed. I mean our top altitude. Okay, let's get our checklist back up. So now let's turn the battery back on. Let's check our fuel. Shit, this motherfucker's in pounds. Shit. I change you back to kilograms. Thought I was able to do that before. If not, we may have to redo all of this. Oh, no, that's not pounds. I'm such a moron. That's the airport. Alright, whatever, bitch. It's fine. I think we can change it in here, but we'll work on it later. So we know we have enough fuel in there. All right, fuel quantity's good, parking's good, avionic master switch, comms 1 only. We'll get our radios on. All right, engine start normal procedure. Let's go ahead. Can we do our plane yet? Let's see here. I don't think we can. See, I don't think this will turn on until. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and battery. Let's see here. Anti-collision light. Let's put you on ground. Power levers are at idle. Ignition levers at cutoff, firewall shut off valve. Alright, fuel pump test and checked. Okay, that's off. Lead air switches are off. Ignition switch back normal. Then start her up. All right, ITT is fine. Oil pressure is fine. Temperature is fine. Advanced flight, we already did that. Okay, let's disconnect the GPU. Whoa, mouse. That was weird. Get the right generator on. See, it's starting to take some amps. So that's good. Yep, amp meter looks good. Hydraulic switch. Yep. All right, condition lever, light idle. Meter below 160 amps. PR. Firewall shut off valve open. Fuel pump main. The air switches are still off. And you see this, the menu before, it didn't say anything about turning the, I've been thinking about this, it didn't say any pressure, check the light off. I don't think we need the hydraulic pump on the whole time. Maybe I'll leave it on while we're starting. All right, prop clear, let's start her up. I do have separate throttle levers and all that for both throttles and both prop levers. I do have that set up. I'll show y'all if you want to. If you don't believe, you have no reason to not believe. I don't think I've ever lied to you guys. All right, condition levers both at ground idle. Generator on. For taxi, Q test. Right. Arm it. Avionics switch on. Environmental temperature, auto, and selector needed. Yeah, we'll leave it on auto. Works. Set left and right to positions. Pressure is all right. So here, let's see our landing altitude. Get that now. Maybe a briefing panel will have it. Here, I think they'll have it here. See if this is working. Or is it going to say sign in? So they're at 302 feet, it looks like. What is their pressure right now? 1019, which is 3009. Okay, and we have rate. Put us at like 10 o'clock, and we have it on auto schedule. Auto. Okay, very good. So that's good. Let's get the barometer. Let's get our let's talk to the tower and get clearance for our yeah, let's get clearance first and then we'll plug in our flight plan. Second, let me get say intentions pulled up here. All right, 126.68.
Information Juliet.
Juliet.
Sofia Airport. Information Juliet. 0230 Zulu.
Thought I turned all that stuff off. Hang on a second. Thought I turned that sound off. No, I didn't. Now I shouldn't hear any more of the Microsoft ATC. All right, so we are Avio Start 801 IFR to Athens, Information Juliet. Via clearance, Avio Start 801 requesting IFR clearance to Athens. We have Information Juliet.
Clearance on request, stand by. Avio Start 801, clear to Athens. Eleftherios Venizelos Airport via the DLB3 Whiskey departure. Expect runway 27, initial climb to 5,000 feet. Departure on 123.7 squawk 4421.
What? I'm sure I got it wrong. Yep, I sure did. Cleared to Athens via the 3 Whiskey departure, then expect runway 27, initial climb to 5,000 feet, departure on 123.7, swap 4421, have your start A01. Okay, let's get this in here first. So we have LBSF.
Have your start 801. Read back correct. Tower will be on 118.1.
Okay, LBSF. Still not active, you motherfucker. Alright, so this is what we'll do. So we'll hit this button. Alright, that's complete. Let's go to flight plan. Let's go to LBSF. To LGAV. Let me tune to the... Let me plug in our, at least our squawk code, correct? Oh, never mind, they already have it in. 4421. Archers 123. Alright, tower. That's good, we're connected to the tower. Let's go ahead and finish the flight plan. Let's get, we'll just pull Navigraph back up here. Alternate is LGKL. LGKL. And we are going Bilvo. Let's put our departure first. Runway. Did they give us runway now? Runway 27. Okay, runway 27. 27. B. I like this one better. Alright, so 3T. Execute. Go back to flight plan. Next. Now we have N127. To, let's see here. That end. Big T to NI ATI UN127. Sudis. Oros. T162. Evra. Execute. Let's go. Arrival. And we have the number 1 Whiskey arrival. For Whiskey. And I believe I chose ILSX. Yeah, ILSX. I like the charts on it better. The way when we get in the air, maybe I'll show the different charts, but I like the approach better with X versus Y or Z. That's why I chose that one. That's the only reason why. All right, so let's see here. We don't have any discontinuities. Yep, we have one. So let's see. Do we click on this first? Go back a screen. Yep. All right, so just like Boeing. Execute. We don't have leg wind. Frequency, fix, hold, programming status. Okay. Tuning, departure, performance initialization. Okay, yeah, see, this is all in pounds. Cruise altitude is... I thought I could change this from pounds. Let me see here. A VNAV setup. No. That's alright, I'll just leave it at pounds for now. Passenger weight, we'll just say 5 passengers. Fuel is okay. Cargo, we'll just say 250 pounds. Okay, and altitude is 31,000, so... L30. Okay, execute that. Takeoff. It's not active. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can get this info. Okay, so the slope is minus, so that's pretty much 0 for the slope. We can just put 0 there. Runway wind. Have, let's see here, 12 knots. So it's 10 by 12. Oh, I gotta put it over here. Right. And then it currently is 15 degrees outside. Pressure is 30.09. Execute. It's off. Flaps mid. Okay, so send all that. Complete. And very good. So that's all done. We can play with the rest of this stuff later, because that changes what we see on the bottom of this screen here. Like right now I have it put in for VNAV, but we'll change that later. Let's get clearance to well, you know what, I don't think we really oh, let me get rid of yeah, we can just, like, we don't need to push back or anything. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of, I don't know why all those would still be on the airplane, but okay. Okay, let's, here. Their landing altitude is good. Barometer is not set yet. Okay, that all looks good. Steering and taxi, will address that button here in a moment. Alright, that is good. That is good. That is good. If you really want to do all these tests, you can. You know, overspeed warning. Hydraulic system. That came on. Steering system. Steering fail came on. Taxi. See here, and we have, okay, so anyways, we don't really need to check all this. All right, flaps mid. Rim set for takeoff. Trim set for takeoff. Come on, I stopped touching that a while ago. Stop! Fucker. Oh yeah, that's right. That steering fail is gonna stay on there, I think. I think that stayed on the whole time last time too, I believe, if I remember correct. That's crazy that that stays on. Okay, ice detector test. Oh, let me hang on. Nope, that didn't get rid of steering fail. Maybe when I activate steering mode, maybe it'll help. All right, what is this asking for? Oh yeah, ice detection test. Okay. Well, that might be a good one to test actually. So let's test that one. Oh, okay, I see ice lighting up there. Okay. All right, windshield heat, I'm sure is fine. Anti-ice. Yeah, let's just go, man. Autopilot. Parking brake, we'll release that. All right, taxi, brakes, airplane, prop reversers, prop feathering, flight instruments. All right, we're good. Let's get taxi clearance. Sofia Tower, Aviation Start 801 requesting taxi clearance from runway 27.
Avio Start 801, runway 27 taxi via November Juliet Hotel.
Roger that, runway 27 via November Juliet Hotel, Aviation Start 801. Flight director on. And turn off the parking brake. Oh, come on. Why is it still making that noise? Like, that makes no sense. Where are our... Up top. Nope. I wonder where our, where the fuck did our landing lights go? Fasten seatbelt, wing, anti-collision. Unless I am just an absolute moron. Oh, there's taxi and landing right here. Dude, that's fucking dope. Did you hear that? There, we are on the way. Which one is 27? Okay, we gotta go to the right. So this is kind of just like the Starship, other than that the flaps up front don't sweep. They don't sweep. Oh, maybe I should get back in the airplane so we can actually follow the taxi lines properly. My bad, guys. All right, let's follow them more appropriately this time. Me or this thing like really quiet? Hey, I did turn that off. Wonder what time it really is there right now. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's really like dark ass o'clock. No thanks. We can do like early morning, that's okay, but yeah, we're not doing nighttime. Taking a long time to get to this runway. How big is this? Get at the airport over in Sofia. How big is your airport, baby? Probably use, my guess is FLC mode. Time. Flight level control. That's my guess. Hello, Matt. What's up? What's up? The rains and weathers? That's cool. And then we got our page here where it gives us the voltages, our systems. I don't think we turned on the traffic system yet, though. I think somehow we still need to do. I can check on say intentions here. Looks like it could be on. I'll check it in the flight management system here after we run up. Man, how are we just riding on the ground to this next airport? Like, what is going on in Microsoft? Look at that, man. This is such a cool looking plane. Look at the fin back here. I'd love to have one of these things, man. I think this would be a cool plane to have. I'd have to like get like some sort of carbon fiber or nano technology roof in it, so like it'll be like completely see-through. But when I don't want it to be see-through, I can activate some sort of switch or something and it will just close up. You know, the it'll like just it's still the same material, it's just it'll darken so dark that you know, kind of like closing it up like it is now. Like it'll look like this, and then when I want it to be like see-through, push a button or a switch and it makes the whole thing see-through. I think that would be dope as hell. I mean, watch your movie, watch the safety movie. There you go, peoples. As we're just gonna do this is gonna be a ground trip. I think we're just gonna stay on the ground here at Sofia. Just as we're moseying we're almost at the end of the runway. It's coming up. All right, so let's get rid of this chart. Oh, I don't like the flashy stuff, guys. You guys gotta do better about that. Yes, you do. Absolutely. There's no excuse for that in this day and age. All right, well, let's get our departure chart. Holy schmackarolies. Now those birds, you should have not, that eco soundscape, I turned that shit off. We need 10-3C, by the way, this one right here. This is our departure. We'll review it real quick before we take off. Yeah, eco soundscapes, I turned that shit off. Look, I'll even show you guys. It should all be off. Look, everything is off except for airport sounds. Now you tell me where, in what airport will you hear tropical birds like that? Where EcoSoft, SoFly, whatever company. You guys are so dumb sometimes, the way you do these things. Like, that's so dumb. It really is. All right, room is where we can do our run up. Maximum speeds. Okay. We'll go up to the side here so we can do our run-ups. See? You hear that bird again? So dumb. You guys really are dumb. Dumb. Oh, look, we can see the pizza through the window. That's pretty cool. Dude, I know. Let's take airport sounds, and then, like, we say there's only going to be 6 sounds, but let's throw in like a secret kind of like a mystery sound that they'll be like, oh my god, did I just hear like a toucan? Did I just hear a bird of paradise? Why, yes you did, friend. Here on the SoFly Eco Soundscapes app, where you act like you're choosing what sounds you want to hear, but we actually control the whole thing. All right, let's do our run-ups right here. Put our park and brake on. And release the toe brakes. All right, let's see here. Condition lever max. Okay, advance to 2,000 RPMs. Alright, overspeed. Alright. Okay. Fellow governor, check the minimum RPM. Well, I think we just did that. Okay, auto feather system test. All right, and arm. Circuit breakers are fine. Windshield heat will turn on just in case. controls. Free and clear. Let's check our system here. There we go, and we want above. Very good, okay. Pumps, they are on main. Ignition levers are max, that's good. Okay, in flight, let's see what we do for takeoff. Rotate, accelerate, and then climb about 165. Okay, and then we leave. Okay, very good. Refer to manual. Yeah, we'll get the manual. I gotta take a piss so bad, Mike. Jesus, I can't wait to get up in the air so I can go take a leak. All right, let's contact the tower. Sofia Tower, Avio start 801, holding short runway 27, ready for departure.
Avio start 801, runway 27, winds 350 at 5, cleared for takeoff.
Wait, I gotta take the parking brake off, that's right. And then what do? I have to hit that button again, use ground idle when taxiing. Hydraulics must be on for steering and gear deployment. I want to see what this thing said real quick. Use mode steer on the yoke to toggle taxi and take. Okay. All right, so I just have to toggle it again. Activate nav. Ooh, can I set the climb mode before? If I can do that, I'm going to do that real quick. I was just hitting the button for it, and it looks like I can do it. Hang on a second. Yeah, I think I can. Let's see here. Sure can. All right, let's set this to 165. Maybe we'll take a look at the booklet as we're climbing up. I have it, I believe, on my one of my accounts. All right, let's go. Takeoff sparrow set. 80 knots. That buzzing was, we were using too much power. Alright, V1. Rotate. Positive rate. We're up. After we make this turn, we'll put on the autopilot. Flaps are up now. Good.
Avio start 801. Contact departure on 123.7.
Contact departure 123.7, Avio start 801. Sofia departure, Avio start 801, currently climbing through 3,000 feet for flight level 310.
Avio start 01, Sofia approach identified, climb flight level 100.
Climb flight level 100, Avio start 801.
Avio start 801, climb flight level 220.
Yellow dampener on. Autopilot on. Climb flight level 220, Avio start 801. Okay, so autopilot's on. Let's get our set to 220. And we need to get our speed. Let's get our speed to
Avio start 801, contact Sofia on 120.78.
Okay, there we go. Contact Sofia on 120.78, Avio start 801. Sofia, Avio start 801, currently climbing through 8,000 feet for flight level 310.
Avio start 01, Sofia identified. Good morning.
Same voice. I don't know if I like that too much. Let me get their instruction manual pulled up. Maybe we'll take a look at it.
Avio start 01, Sofia Brevio, climb flight level 270.
Climb flight level 270, Avio start 801.
At our 2 o'clock, about 12 miles out, you'll spot the Vasil-Levski National Stadium. This massive arena is named after Bulgaria's national hero, Vasil Levski, and it's been the heart of Bulgarian sports since it opened in 1953. With a capacity of over 43,000, it's hosted everything from football matches to international concerts. Imagine the roar of the crowd echoing up to our altitude. The stadium sits right in the center of Sofia, making it a landmark you can't miss from above. Here's something. During the Cold War, it was also used for major political rallies, so it's seen its fair share of history and drama.
Oh, you know, I probably should have. What's our
Start 801, climb flight level 300.
What's our transition here? 10-5. We should have changed this a while ago. Can't get in here to actually like push this button. Weird. Alright, let me respond back to dude. What'd he say? Flying flight level 300, Avio start 801. I have the booklet pulled up. We'll take a look at some charts here in a moment and see what they say we should be at for climb and all that. But yeah, I went to hit. Doesn't seem like you can. Flight level alert, we want that on. We want the X. Inches is fine, metric is okay. That looks okay. Alright, so we have our fuel here. Let's see. Okay, specifications, maximum cruise performance tables. Yeah, see, it doesn't give like a climb schedule, but here we can look at the performance table for
Avio start 801, climb flight level 310.
climb flight level 310, Avio start 801. Give it a little more power. Let's try to keep those arrows kind of connected here. It's probably the right climb power. Okay, so we have performance tables here. ISA minus 30, minus 20, 2,000 cruise power. So let's see what ISA right now is 0. Boy, look at that shot. That looks great, doesn't it? Wow, it's so cool looking. Okay, I'll be back in just a moment.
Since there are no specific points of interest nearby, let me tell you about Lesnovo Airport itself. Lesnovo Airport is a small but busy general aviation hub, and it's actually one of Bulgaria's most popular spots for private pilots and flight training. Originally built as a military airfield, it was converted for civilian use in the 1980s. Today, it's famous for its lively air shows and skydiving events, so if you ever see tiny dots falling from the sky, don't worry, it's just people having a blast. The airport's rural setting gives us a great view of the surrounding countryside, and on a clear day, you can spot the Balkan mountains in the distance.
Alright, let's get back to this. If I was able to click in that center there. There we go. Finally let me do it. I like how chase plane kind of lets you go outside the airplane. That's pretty dope. Alright, so I said for our in-flight entertainment tonight, I gotta pause this for 1 second because my belly's getting ready to hit the yoke. Okay, that's better. I had to scoot in a little bit. All right. That's cool. Sounds good. Alright, we're doing alright. Things are looking good. ISA is still 0. You know, I don't know if that's actually accurate. It's coming with the QNH of 0 as well, so it might just not have the right info here. Of course, it says 0 here as well. Amps look good, battery looks good. Radar. T. FMS. Yep. Okay. Gotta rearm navigation since we just screwed it up. Give it a little more throttle. I think this controls the zoom on both sides. Yep, it does. Let's see what this does here. Speed. Altitude.
At our 12 o'clock, about 36 kilometers out, you can spot Park Stadiona. This green patch is a favorite local hangout, especially for sports fans and families looking for a bit of fresh air. The park is built around a stadium that's been the stage for countless football matches and community events over the years. From up here, you can see how the park's layout is designed to blend with the surrounding landscape, making it a real oasis in the middle of town.
You know, I turned her way down. I don't know why it. I don't know. It's a little. It could be user error on my end. I don't think it is, but yeah, I don't Like I turned that way down. Like that should not be that loud. All right, let's one of their approach charts and just see what transition flight is. I know it's transition level, but I at least like to get an idea on here. That can't be our airplane. What the fuck are they talking about? We'll say 9,000 feet. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So we have 9,000 feet here. 3%. We don't know which runway we have yet, so we can't really do anything with that. I mean, we're planning on 27 left, but we don't know if that's going to be the right one. Okay, so this works the same sides there. Give it a little more throttle. So those two arrows will line up a little better. Okay, so FMS text. Checklist. Okay, so that's how we do that one. Okay, lower format, here we go. Rows, arc, plan. Yep. Okay, very good. Alright, so that's fine. We'll leave this one on plan, I guess. I'm sure that shit will just turn off on its own. Maybe. Maybe not. More juice. We're almost at cruising altitude. Then we can play us. I guess I could start this guy now. But I did want to just see, like, okay, so if we are at ISA of 0, we are at 31,000 feet.
At 9 o'clock, about 35 kilometers out, you'll spot the hotel stadium in the town of Athens.
That's a little quieter.
This stadium is a local hotspot for football matches and community events, and it's been a gathering place for sports fans since it opened in the mid-20th century. The stadium's name comes from the nearby hotel, which was once the fanciest place in town, back when shag carpeting was all the rage. From up here, you can see how the stadium is
shag,
right
remember
in the
shag
heart of
carpet,
the
guys?
Balkans,
You remember
surrounded
that?
by parks and residential neighborhoods. Here's something. The stadium has hosted everything from concerts to political rallies, so it's seen its share of excitement.
Oh, here we go. ISA is working now. Very good. So let's say we have an ISA of -5. We have -10. So let's see here. So we have, we can go to 88.9. So somewhere between, say, 82 and 88 is a safe bet for avionics. I mean avionics for power. Like our exhaust is getting a little high. We need to lower that back a bit. Actually, now that we are leveling off here. Oh yeah, what are we supposed to be cruising at today? Like as far as our speed? 0.63. Oh, okay. Very good. And what's our deviation again? 5. So we can go up to a little bit higher. Well, we had to turn prop sync on at some point. Look at that again. Auto feather. Oh shit, we should have turned that off. What did that say? It said off above 150. Oh man. Alright, pressurization. Alright, cruise. Yeah, see, it doesn't say anything about ever using that switch. I'm just gonna put it on now. Sync these two engines up. Fuel looks good. Top of descent looks like we're 150 miles out. Our torque is okay. Alright, very good. So that's all good. Our speed is good. Alright, let's get this evilest. I remember this story a couple years back. About this evil ass grandfather. This motherfucker is real evil if I remember this correct. If it's the story that I'm thinking of. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to see.
Again.
Of course, we could always watch DSP. I think he's kind of fun to watch.
Be your bank, who knows, right?
Because of how absolutely trashy he is.
I appreciate that, Spedgy.
Watch him for a minute. What happened to...
That's our first membership of the night.
Wow. Good job, DSP.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. All right, let me... I don't really want to watch him. Not tonight. All right, let me get this show pulled back up again. Evil Granddad has...
Oh, they're in the dumpsters. Here.
Properties.
So, oh, they're in the dumpsters. Here. That's great. No, but okay. Oh, and she's buried 10 feet deep in garbage now. Oh, you're just married. I know. So just here.
This is 74-year-old Philip Snyder. and he
Mhm.
has
At our 3
absolutely
o'clock,
no
about
idea that he
42
is being
kilometers out,
recorded.
you can spot the Positonia
After his
water
doting
park.
life of
From up here, it
54
looks like a
years
splash pad
vanished
in the
without a
landscape.
trace,
But on the
the
ground,
police found
favorite
themselves at a
summer
dead
escape
end.
for families
But
and thrill
that
seekers alike.
changes when they
The
send
park
an
is named
undercover
after
detective to the
Poseidon, the
tranquil
Greek
city
god
of
of
Parkville,
which is
Ohio.
fitting given all the
By
twisting slides
random
and
chance,
vehicles
the detectives
below.
will uncover
It opened
much
in the early
more than they
2000s
could have ever
and
imagined.
became a local hotspot, especially during those sizzling Greek summers.
Oh, really?
Avio start 801. Expect the Never One Whiskey arrival.
Somebody was telling me
For
about
descent
that.
in maybe 20 minutes.
They can't find
You need to slow down a little bit. Copy that. Expected whiskey arrival in about 20 minutes. We'll wait for you to descend us whenever you're ready. Restart 801. Alright, actually, we don't have time to really look at this video just yet. Hang on. Let's pause the mode for a minute. Let's get our navigraph set up for our approach. This is LGAV. Okay. And then for approach, let's see here. Never One Whiskey arrival. Okay. For one whiskey. I think this one's it.
Avio start 801. Contact Macedonia on 133.425.
Contact Macedonia on 133.425. Avio start 801. Macedonia, good morning. Avio start 801. Currently cruising flight level 310. This should be it here.
Avio start 01, Macedonia identified. Kalimirata.
Should be the correct chart. Let's see what this says here. Yeah, 102G, which is what we had, I believe. Yep, 102G. And supposedly for approach, we're looking at 1110. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave the weather pulled up there. Okay, so if we are doing Nevra to KRQ, I believe. Let's see here. APL, Aspiv, Suits, Koros. Doesn't look like... That's gotta be it. Yeah, there's Nevra. That's right. It's a really short arrival, that's why. Alright, so Nevra we should have in here at 7,000 feet. Oh, it's got it in there. Very good. Alright, well, let's plug in our approach data while we have Navigraph up here, because we don't always have Navigraph sitting up here. So we have 21 left.
At our 11 o'clock, about 28 kilometers out, you'll spot a large park nestled in the Greek countryside. Parks like this one are a favorite for locals looking to escape the summer heat, and they're often filled with olive trees and wildflowers.
0.
From up here, you can really appreciate how green and open these spaces are
0.3.
compared to the surrounding towns. Some of these parks date back decades, and have
Runway
been used for
wind
everything from community
is
festivals to impromptu soccer
2
matches.
10 by 11. Is 15 degrees. I don't know why that does that every time, like when I click on it. I click over here and it changes it on here. It's so weird. Alright, 30.6. Shit, what did that say? Oh, 30.06, I believe. So V-speeds have been sent. Then again for descent. Windshield heat. That's it. Okay. Now let's try to watch some more of this.
Do you think he did it? He said he did. And he's not well.
Locals. Little did he know it would be there over a steaming cup of coffee that he would slip up and
He thought he was going to be
reveal
getting a new
police what
girlfriend.
became of his wife. On January 4th, 2018,
Hey, it was his
Bill
wife
and
that he
his
killed,
wife
that's
began
right.
a long, happy journey together to visit Graceland, the former home and final resting place of Elvis. Bobby, a lifelong fan of Elvis, wanted to go on one last trip before she died. She had been struggling with health issues for several years, and in the last few months of her life, her symptoms had become hard to manage.
Wow, that's a
Bill
shame.
was praised by the whole family for being such a supportive husband and helping his wife fulfill her wish. That is, until he returned without her. Didn't take long for the rest of Roberta's family to become concerned. Specifically, her sister.
He's like, they're like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Didn't you just like go on vacation? Like, right. I know you got, you were leaving, right? But like, you were like, where's my sister? Like, you guys went together. Like, what? Like, did you guys get in a fight? Did you leave her here? Like, you know, try calling her, but it just goes right to voicemail. What happened? Like, bitch, what you think happened? She kept on running her mouth. I had to rise up on her.
After calling Phil and being
Just
told
kidding,
nonchalantly
YouTube
that
and
Bobby
world.
passed away when they were in
It's
Tennessee,
extremely terrible what
Bobby's
happened to this
sister
woman.
called the police to file a missing person report.
You know what I'm just now
When
thinking
Phil
about
and
is
Bobby's
my
son, Kenny heard the
my auto
news,
FPS
he
has
became
not been running at
concerned
all.
and demanded answers.
It's been running pretty good without auto
Snyder
FPS
family
actually.
wanted to know the truth behind Bobby's disappearance.
I gotta turn on now
offers
though.
families today the opportunity to uncover and
They just had a new
celebrate their
update come out for it.
Let me
Like today, I
introduce
think
you
it
to
was
My
actually.
Heritage, today's video sponsor. With My Heritage,
Alright, we
you
got
can easily
VFR.
build your family tree and uncover your
Very good.
origins without needing a DNA test. As long as you know your parents' names,
That thing comes up with an update almost every day. It's wild how many updates that thing comes up with.
Site, they will automatically expand your family tree. With over 20 billion records, My Heritage reveals facts about your origins that you probably had no idea about. For example, our editor thanks to this Deseret News article, discovered his great...
Okay.
Actually, the 4th, late on the 4th and 5th, got down there the 6th, and she choked on.
Okay. And you didn't leave her somewhere else?
Since we're in northern Greece, let me tell you about the city of Kavala, which is the closest major city to us right now. Kavala is often called the Blue City because of its stunning views of the Aegean Sea and its
Yeah, so they got this.
The city dates back to the 7th century BC.
They got this woman to befriend him, and he thought he was going to get lucky, I guess.
It's famous for its impressive aqueduct.
So he was like telling her like all kinds of like,
The ancient fortress.
you know, how he killed her. And I'm like, why would you just tell somebody that, man? What the fuck, man? You've been living with this secret for so many years. Now all of a sudden you're just going to tell
You can
her?
imagine the ships that have come and gone over the centuries.
But how did an undercover agent get close enough to Phil for him to be this vulnerable?
Oh,
with
maximum
her?
range power.
It all began in the beginning
Oh,
of
look at this. I can drop
when
it
Joan
all the
took
way
on a
down
new
to
identity as Missy, a
45
down on her
engine
luck
torque. Oh,
divorcee
wow, I didn't
caring
realize
for her
that.
sick mother. She watched Phil for a week before becoming a familiar face at his usual breakfast spots, the local fast food establishments in town.
Oh, my McDonald's, bitch.
Yeah, last week. Yeah.
Wow, 1,000 people are watching Phil on Raw Phil.
Yeah, I can't go to the same one every day.
That is
Soon,
awesome.
Joan becomes a
It's
fixture
always
at
like
the local
double
Burger King,
the amount of
where
people that
the
watch
seniors
on
gather
that
to share
channel.
coffee every morning.
It's funny. It like doubles
She's
his
quickly
viewership.
introduced to
It's funny.
Fran, who has an ominous warning for Joan only moments after Phil helps them get acquainted.
Oh wow.
She said you could sit with her.
Yeah. No, really.
Yep. She's like, nah, man. What does he smell? Like, why does everybody just not sit with him? Like, he must smell real bad. Like, nah, man. He doesn't smell bad. Rumor is he killed his ex-wife. Well, it was his wife at the time, but now she's not a wife because she did. All right, we got top of descent in about 10 minutes. Oh yeah, we should probably here, let's slow down just a little bit. We should probably put our frequencies and shit. Let's see what they're saying here for. Oh, you know, I wonder if I can pull it up on Say Intentions. I bet you I can. Let me plug in the airport here in their app. And then we'll see if I can pull it up on the actual tablet here. Yep. Bam! Look at that. Runway 21 left. That's so cool. Very nice. Alright, well, let's go, 11:10. Be nice if there was a way to like pin these like you can on some of the other ones. The reason I chose this approach was because it was the only one of the ILSs for 21 left where it has you coming up and you start at a higher altitude, which I think is better for this airplane. You know, that you have a longer flight, a longer path to get down to the altitude. Some of the other ones go right from Crow, you know, right to like right here. This one takes you up a little bit. Plus it was a little more scenic, which is another reason why I chose it. Okay, so we have 111.1. Alright, let's get that programmed in. .1, and we're gonna do it on both sides like we normally do. We have 117.5 as a backup. Oh, there's no way to put it back up in, so okay. We'll just clear that one out. And then let's see here for a minute.
Since we're flying near Limnos Island, let me tell you about the island itself. Limnos is famous for its volcanic landscape and beautiful beaches, making it a real treat for anyone who loves nature. The island has been inhabited since prehistoric times, and legend has it that Hephaestus, the Greek god of fire and metalworking, landed here after being thrown from Mount Olympus. Limnos is also known for its ancient city of Marina, which has a castle dating back to the Byzantine era. Imagine defending your home with a view like that. The island is a hotspot for bird watchers, especially around its salt lakes, where you might spot flamingos if you have eagle eyes from up here.
So radio altitude is 578. I can never get there. Come on. Come on, we're almost there. There we go. As far as our course, let me sync our heading real quick. Go into localizer, and we have, what is it, 281? Well, I don't know if this course is going to stay in there, but programming it in there now. Word, it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, very good. Now we can click on that again and hit on nav. Now that VNav yeah, we haven't come off the top of descent just yet. Menu off. Macedonia, Aviostart 801. We like to begin our descent into Athens.
Aviostart 801, cleared Never 1 Whiskey into Venizelos. Whenever you'd like to send, flight level 220.
Descend level 220, Aviostart 801. Like to lower our indicator here to try to keep it where that dot is. for now at least. And to do that, in order to change this green,
801, descend flight level 120.
we're just playing with the throttle at this point, trying to keep it. Descend level 120, Avio start 801.
Since we're flying over the northern Aegean Sea, let me tell you about the unique geography below us. This part of the Aegean is dotted with tiny, uninhabited islets and rocky outcrops that have been navigational markers for sailors for thousands of years. Some of these rocks are so notorious that ancient Greek mariners gave them names and spun legends about sea monsters lurking nearby. Talk about a rough commute. The waters here are known for their deep blue color, and on a clear day, you might even spot dolphins racing the waves below. This stretch of sea has been a crossroads for everyone from ancient traders to modern aviators like us.
And this game looked good, dude. This game looks real good today. Yes. Yes. Above and below. Turn off sync. All right, so we're still descending at a nice clip. Checklist. Let's see here. Did I do the whole checklist? Oh, I did do the whole checklist. Sweet. Belt sign, condition lever. Landing. 115 knots. Roughly. Gauge, reversers, below 1900 prop RPM. Okay. There's really not much you have to do with this airplane. Probably didn't have to descend so early, but we did. There's my sunset iced tea and my pizza with raisins on it, chocolate chips, avocado pieces, huge pieces of garlic. Man, look at these big ass. It's like, I know they're probably supposed to be pineapples. Oh yeah, this is the toilet. This is a toilet one. I like this one. I think we can flush the toilet here too. At least I thought there was a button to flush it. Oh yeah, look, we can go outside the airplane too. That's cool. All our suitcases. Kind of neat how the wheels kind of tuck up under there. hydraulic lines. That label stay down. That is good attention to detail, guys. You didn't have to put that on here. I don't even know if this is correct, but you didn't have to put that on there. Like, who really comes back and looks at the shock absorbers? And we did. I'm glad we did. That was cool.
Since there are no specific points of interest nearby, let me tell you about the closest city, which is Alexandroupoli. This coastal city is known for its iconic lighthouse, built in 1880, which still guides ships safely into port today. Alexandroupoli started as a small fishing village, but grew rapidly in the late 19th century, thanks to its strategic location near the border of Greece and Turkey. The city is a gateway to the Evros Delta, a haven for birdwatchers and nature lovers, with over 300 species of birds recorded. If you look closely from up here, you might spot the long stretch of sandy beaches that make this area a summer hotspot for locals and tourists alike.
If you look closely, you can actually hear SoFly put tropical birds inside our cockpit at 31,000 feet. If you listen close enough. What a nice airplane. It really is. Flight Effects does such a good job building airplanes. I guess we can turn this guy off. Alright, everything is looking good. We still have METAR stuff. Oh, look, there's the METAR for Athens. That's wonderful. We have our ground speed, so we can figure out our 3%.
801, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1017.
Descend flight level 5,000 feet. Avios start 801. I think I'm gonna have Chad handle the comms, I think. Can I change my heading using the thumb wheel? I can.
Avio start 801, cross C2904 Lima at altitude 4,000 feet.
Cross Diego 294 Lima at altitude 4,000 feet. Avio start 801. I don't have DL.
Avio start 801, descend altitude 3500 feet.
Descend altitude 500 feet. Avio start 801. I don't have a DL.
Avio start 801, contact Athens approach on 121.4.
Yeah, I don't have D. I don't have D294L anywhere. It might be on our approach here. All right, let's contact Athens approach. Athens approach, good morning. Avio start 801, descending through 15,000 feet on the Never One Whiskey arrival.
Avio start 01, Athens approach identified. Good morning, cleared Carousel transition. Expect the ILS X-ray runway 21 right approach into Venezuela.
Of course, it's 21 right. Almost exactly what we need, but all right, 21 right. What did I say? X. Yeah, 21 right X. Okay, so same course.
Since there aren't any specific landmarks nearby,
All right, I'm gonna turn her
let me tell you
off.
about the closest airport, which is Skyros Island National Airport. This airport actually started
Yeah,
as
we'll
a
leave her on, I
military
guess.
air base before opening up to civilian flights in the 1980s. It's famous for its single impressively long runway, over 3,000 meters, which is longer
110.5.
than most Greek island airports. That means even big jets can land here, though you won't see many of them unless it's summer holiday season. The airport is surrounded by the Aegean's sparkling blue waters and rugged hills, making for some dramatic approaches and departures.
We have 110.5, 110.5, and then we also have legs. Okay. I know we still need to do our okay, so that's good. Let's get Navigraph back up here and do 2-1 right. I just switched over to VS mode. Right, 2-1 right. Okay. Slope is down 0.2. Okay, minus 0.2. It is 210 by 13. Still 15 degrees out, and we're still looking at 30.06. So, okay, that's all good. And let's just resend to V speeds. Let's hold off on altitude here. I believe Nevra was where we need to be at like 8,000 feet or 7,000 feet or something like that. Yeah, over 8,000 feet. Or over 7,000, so let's just hold here. And then we'll begin our descent again. like the noise of the landing lights make. Turn them on again. Hear it a little bit while we're in the air. Yeah, they come on down below. Right, yeah. Yeah, once we get past this island, we'll start descending again. We could probably descend a little bit at a time now, but no real point to it. This is the Aegean color with like the wood trim on the inside. Such a cool little airplane. So happy to fly in it tonight. Got some wind pushing against us. Outside air is only about 1 degree. Oh yeah, we got to put in our 006. There we go. Now it's in hectopascals. Oh, there's our VNAV coming in here. Yep. Our VNAV star. We're not going to be using VNAV. Yeah, and once we clear these mountains, we'll start descending again. Wow, look at all those wind turbines out there. That is so gross. That's what the Khaleesi saw when she was walking up and down that old ass city in Game of Thrones, and they had all them guys chained up like every mile. They had miles in Game of Thrones. That's how I think they went by miles. Alright, let's just start going down a little bit at a time. It's a cool view. Hey Chad, will you handle the comms for the rest of the flight, please?
Yo, Greg, I'll take over the comms for the rest of the flight. You got it, bro.
Oh man, that's my man right there. I love Chad. He's such a good co-pilot. All right, so we can go down to 4,200 now, as our VNAV is showing. Just easier to have him do it while I work on vertical and latitude directions. And there's our little airplane. Gotta go back to 1111, I think is what it was. Yep. One thing I like about this airplane, look how it has our preset here. That's our localizer. How dope is that? Alright, let's put ourselves in heading mode. Let's change our format. Change our localizer. We probably should slow down a bit. Yep. It's 220 coming up. Let's raise our nose a little bit. Alright, approach mode is activated.
Proceed direct Alpha Victor 522. Descend altitude 3100 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 21 right approach. Aviostar 801. Contact Venizelos Tower on 118.625.
Venizelos Tower, Aviostar 01.
Alright, there's our runway.
On the ILS runway 21 right approach.
Aviostar 01, Venizelos Tower, identified.
Oh, didn't we need to do something with auto feather, I thought? Oh, below 150 KIA. Okay. Alright, let's go landing gear down. Auto feather arm. Go flaps mid.
Piaggio start 01, Venizelos Tower, winds 200 at 11, runway 21 right, clear to land.
Runway 21 right, clear to land. Avio start 01.
Alright, this is where people stop being polite and people start being real. Real world. My living room. Far so good. Our speed is doing well. Few miles left. We'll go flaps full momentarily when we get a little closer. Flaps full, I believe, if I remember correct, is really going to slow us down. I don't really want to activate those until we're a little bit closer. Maybe like 2 miles out. Excuse me, maybe like 2 miles out. That's right, all these buttons don't work under the dash here. Testing buttons, the traffic awareness, ground proximity, and all that. There's going to be another landing where it's one-handed with the yoke and one hand on the throttles. Throttles are separated. See? Flaps full. High control. Y'all dampener off as well. Boy, it is really windy. Good Lord. But that was a bit floating, wasn't it? I was trying to get down, but it was fighting me a bit. Not a bad landing, though. We'll take it. On a long runway like that, it's okay to use as much runway, but it was mainly center, I believe. Let's turn off say intentions. Yeah, I'll take anything under 300, I think is a good landing. All right, let's look at our recording here. I don't know why it always makes that noise. That's the rudder. That's annoying, flight effects. That really is annoying. Who the fuck knows? That's so annoying. I'd like to take manual control of the airplane again, but that ticking and talking, man, that's clickety clickety click. I'm not even touching the rudder. Yeah, flight effects. Flight effects, you guys really got to fix that, man. That is terrible flight effects. Really. You guys should be ashamed of yourself. You guys make some really good airplanes. And to do that, that's crazy, man. That's so shitty, guys. See the wheels come down. I see your wheels. Show them to me. Come on, there we go. Nope, not yet. It's got to be coming up soon. Oh! Wheels, drop down so we can see ya. See ya. Come on, wheels. Yeah, when I was landing, I even cut the engines off. I cut the engines off at what I thought was pretty close to the ground, and then as soon as I pulled the throttles back all the way, the airplane started climbing again. I'm like, no, don't do that. We're gonna fall out of the sky. There we go. Hello, wheels. Very cool. It's got to be such a gorgeous airport to fly into, with the mountains in the background and in the ocean. And like, it's got to be amazing to fly into this thing. Look at all them olive oil fields down there. Look at all them olive oil trees. I've grown olive trees before. I've played Farm Mechanic Simulator, or whatever that game is. Farm Simulator, not Farm Mechanic. I must have manual control at this point, being that it's dipping and dodging a little bit. Yeah, if this thing is true, I could have sworn I had a downburst, like a microburst coming up here. Or it could have been maybe there was wake turbulence from another airplane, but like, we almost flipped over it. At least it felt like it when I was flying in. Yeah, right here. Wasn't a bad approach. Pretty good. We're a little high, I think, for where we should be. See, I cut the engines off right here, and see how it's starting to climb? Okay. Now, I think I can take control of the airplane. I just want to see if I can come in a little bit easier. Of course. Oh, I don't have control of the airplane. Oh, I can't take control of the airplane. Alright, fuck it. We're done. I'm not listening to that clicking. Even if I could take control of the airplane, I'm not listening to that clicking. We getting out of here. It's late here. I'll be back tomorrow for show. Tomorrow morning, probably. Probably do a morning. We're either gonna do the morning Q400 flight, or we're gonna do a morning F28 flight. I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I get up. But I plan on flying in the morning. I will definitely be back tomorrow. One way or the other. Yes, sir. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. And I will see y'all in the next episode of the Airplane Show. See ya.